Today we are doing more factoring by factoring out the GCF. The first two problems here are review of what you did yesterday. So if you could do these problems, the best way to do it is to pause this and do them on your own and then check my work with yours afterwards. So go ahead and pause it. Okay, the GCF here, they are all even numbers, and the highest number that goes into all of them is 2. And they all have at least one W. And the lowest W is just W. So 2W is the GCF. So left inside, 42 divided by 2 is 21, and then there is an X with it. 28 divided by 2 is 14. And the W's cancel each other out. Bring down the minus sign. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And 2 minus 1 is 1, so there is a W. Okay, I'm going to box my answer. And that's it. Okay, the other one, the GCF, was 4n cubed m squared. Okay, you take the smallest n, the smallest m, and then the highest number that can go into 20 and 36 is 4. And if you weren't sure about that, you need to be doing factor trees so you can see what they have in common. Okay, 20 divided by 4 is 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. 2 minus 2 is 0, so no m's for that one. Bring down the minus sign. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 3 minus 3 is 0, so no n's, but there are 2 m's. Okay, so that is the stuff from yesterday. Now the new stuff, it's not that different than what we have been doing, but you need to remember this rule. If the first term is negative, the GCF is negative. So no matter what, if that number that starts off the problem is negative, your GCF will be negative. And I will show you a few examples. Let me zoom in here. So number 3, negative 16x squared y plus 24xy plus 40xy squared. Okay, so the GCF here, if you're not sure, you can do a factor tree. I'm not going to in the videos though. So the GCF here is 8 because it goes in, that's the highest number that can go into all three of those numbers, but it's going to be negative 8 because of that negative sign right there. So negative 8. Now I look at my variables. They all have x's, so I know, let's see, smallest x is just x. They all have y's, and the smallest is just y. Okay, so now this is just like what we've been doing where you divide. Negative 16 divided by negative 8 is a positive 2. I have 2 minus 1, so that I do have an x there. I don't have any y's because 1 minus 1 is 0. 24 divided by negative 8 is a negative 3. No x's, no y's, they all cancel each other out. 40 divided by negative 8 is negative 5. X's cancel each other out, but y's, I do have 2 minus 1, so I do have 1 left over. And that's that. So it didn't change much, just a little bit. Okay, number 4. Negative 16x cubed y squared plus 24x squared y cubed minus 32x to the 4th. And please pause this whenever you can so you can do this on your own. It does not do you any good to just copy it down while I do it. Okay, GCF here is negative 8. Again. and they all have x's. The smallest one is x squared. This one does not have a y, so I can't bring it out as part of the GCF. So negative 8x squared is my GCF. Now I do the dividing. Negative 16 divided by negative 8 is a positive 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so I have an x, and I also have the y squared from the problem. 24 divided by negative 8 is a negative 3. The x squared just cancel each other out, but I do have that y cubed. Negative 32 divided by negative 8 is a positive 4. X squared. 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, 2 more. $12w cubed y squared minus 9w squared plus 15w squared y cubed. Okay, so on this one, the highest number that goes into all three of those numbers is 3. And they all have w's, they all have y's. So w, the lowest one, is just w. And for the y's, it would be y squared. Draw the parenthesis. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2, so w squared. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. W, y squared, so both of those cancel out. And then 15 divided by 3 is 5. W, y. And some of you might have the question, well, why isn't my GCF negative here? Because 12 is positive, so I don't need to bring out that negative sign with it. Okay, last one. Negative 9y squared z squared minus 81y cubed z squared plus 90y squared z to the fourth. Okay, so yesterday when I was doing this in class, someone said the GCF for this one is negative 18. Okay, well, first of all, 18 doesn't go into 81, but 18 also does not go into 9. So your GCF has to be the smallest number in the problem or smaller. So the highest your GCF could be is the 9 right there. Okay, in this case, it's going to be negative 9. And let's see, they all have y's and they all have z's. The smallest y is y squared. The smallest z is z squared. Okay, let's divide. They all cancel each other out. You cannot put 0 though. You do need a 1 because technically negative 9 divided by negative 9 is a positive 1. You need that placeholder because if we multiply it back out, if it was 0, you wouldn't wind up with the same problem at the beginning. And I can show you that here in a second. Negative 81 divided by negative 9 is a positive 9, and I do have a y. 90 divided by negative 9 is negative 10. The y squareds are gone, but I do have z to the second. So you do not have to write this part of it down, but if you happened to do negative 9y squared z squared times 0 plus 9y minus 10z squared. If you multiply this back out, that times that is just 0, so that's gone. Multiply this, you get negative 81y cubed z squared. And then multiply this, would be a positive 90y squared z to the fourth. So this part matches, and this part matches. But I'm missing that first term. So that's why we have to have that 1 right there. That's the placeholder. Okay. So that is it for the notes for today. You can go ahead and get started on the assignment.